Happy Sunday, lovelies. Welcome to the Jaden Show. I'm Jaden Cornelious, your host. I'm going to be going over to good old Blighty to London in a minute to meet singer, songwriter, musician Cat Rodgers. But you know what? Before we do that, let's go and check out her project, Pure Filth Beats, with partner Luke, and listen to this song. It's called Bosa, baby. Super cool. Now, you know what time it is? It's time for a Jaden Show commercial break. Time to introduce you to the Jaden Show's super special guest. Please welcome, put your hands together, in fact, and welcome the amazing Cat Rodgers. The wonderful, the talented, the gorgeous Cat Rodgers, all the way from sunny England. How are you?
Okay. I'm really good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm not too bad. How's it going in Blighty at the minute?
Cold, rainy.
Really?
We had snow last week, but it was really big chunks of snow, but it didn't settle, unfortunately. Wow. Christmas is my most favourite time of year, and it made me feel... My tree's been up for like 3 weeks, so...
Like that you're proactive in your celebration. Yes. That's lovely. Yeah, no, my mum sent me a video of the snow coming down the back garden, and I've been in Mexico for a while now, and I mean, you do get snow in North Mexico, but where I live now, I lived in a tropical place before. I fucking hated it because it was just nothing like to watch White Christmas on Christmas Eve and to be sweating in a pair of flip-flops and just having... I was like, it's never going to be a White Christmas ever again for me. Now I'm up in the mountains and it's bloody chilly. Not cold, but it's bloody chilly. It's like, oh, it's beginning to look a lot like... Yeah. So I love it. Yeah, it's got to be chilly at Christmas. You can't do no warm shit.
Definitely.
Not having that. But I love the snow. That's really early for you kids.
I don't know what happened. The weather just suddenly changed. It's been quite kind of warm for us up until kind of November-ish, and then just suddenly temperature dropped. So having to get up extra early and defrost the car in the morning, which is not good. No.
No, let's hope January and February ain't too bad for you lot either.
Fingers crossed.
Anyway, we're not doing weather. I just miss Blighty, so it's just like having the lowdown of what's going on in my country, you understand. But I want to talk about you. So obviously, singer, songwriter, just like beautiful studio behind you, doing some great stuff with partner Luke, who you can see on the photos at the introduction of on the advertising of this show. Looks like a really great working team, and obviously we've interviewed Jason Walker, who's a really, really super talented, super handsome, and super good friend of yours as well. But I want to take you way back. I want to take you to little mini Rodgers, right? And I want you to tell me what was going on as you were growing up, and you was kind of, even before you were finding your musical feet, what was going on and around you musically?
So I think my mum and dad always knew I was going to be musical in some kind of way, because apparently as soon as I could stand, I was bopping along to Shaka Khan in front of the TV. And then when I was 3, my mum started me in a dance school. It was just like a local dance school where I used to live in Essex. And I kind of picked it up really well, loved the dancing. And then my dance school introduced singing when I was about 7. Just was messing around, didn't even realise I had a voice or could sing. And the singing teacher kind of pulled my mum to one side and went, this girl's got something, she needs to have lessons. And so I suppose from that early age was where I kind of started my musical, like singing, dancing, and all of that good stuff.
What was going on like in your family home? What was kind of going on around you musically then, apart from Shaka Khan?
So my dad played the guitar. He wasn't the best singer, but he had a 12-string. He had a Gibson. He used to sit there. I remember he used to sit there in the lounge with his amp, with his headphones on, strumming away. And I was lucky enough to also have piano lessons when I was younger. And I used to have I suppose I still do. I say used to, but I haven't done it recently. Had like near perfect pitch, so I'd be able to listen to a song and then play it. And so he used to play Stairway to Heaven, and I learned how to play Stairway to Heaven. But my background, like my growing up, it was all rock music. So I've got Lynyrd Skynyrd tattooed on me. I love Led Zeppelin, you can see AC/DC. So that kind of rock influence, completely different to what I was being trained to sing like. Yeah. But that's the music that I grew up with.
What about Mum? What was she kind of into? Was she rock girl as well, or was she?
No, she was more kind of, I suppose, slightly. She liked the rock because of my dad, but yeah, she probably listened to other music, a bit more floaty, lighty kind of stuff. She can. My mum can sing quite well, but I don't think she ever had training or anything.
Wow. Okay. So you formed your first band with your dad, pretty much.
Well, yes, yeah, definitely, definitely, and he unfortunately passed away, and
Gotcha, mate.
it kind of, I lost that spark temporarily. So my dad passed 17 years ago, very suddenly, and I still carried on like the odd karaoke, but I'd been writing music, and I just kind of lost that little spark until I met Luke. Yeah, so and then ever since I met Luke 3.5 years ago, it's just reignited that flame, and it's a perfect partnership. We, don't get me wrong, we bicker when it comes to what we want in a track and stuff, and yeah, but yeah, it's been wonderful finding that passion, finding that fire, and the things that I've been doing. I was classically trained, so for me, love a West End musical, love all those kind of theatrical songs, power ballads, but obviously the music that we now produce and create and perform is polar opposite. And the way that I've been training my voice just at home with Luke's guidance and experimenting with things and changing the way that I'm pronouncing and letting the sound come out of my mouth has just been incredible. What I've been able to achieve. So it's really good
and exciting. I'm pleased you found your chi again. I lost my dad literally on the 7th of March, which was my 21st birthday, and my very first gig, like my big gig in my pop band that I was in at the time, was the 11th of March.
Oh goodness!
He never got to bloody hear or see anything.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
But you kind of think, fuck. But actually, for me, that almost gave me like a double reason. Then I was like, right, I've got to do it to make him proud and all that kind of stuff. But I lost my chi for a very long time. So yeah, emotional stuff does do that. But thank God you've come back, and then you've come back also with shitloads of kind of stuff going on in your life experience that now you're going to write differently, and stuff like that. So that's really super cool. So you've gone from rock. What would you kind of say your vibe is at the moment with Luke, the stuff that you're doing?
So very liquid drum and bassy. We've done some house, we've done a garage track, but it is dance music. So, it always gets people wanting to get up and dance, moving their feet, and yeah, it's
we need to do a collaboration. I was I was loving drum and bass when it came out. I was friends with a guy called Judd Mahoney from Woolwich, and he was doing kind of garage, and he was doing drum and bass in a group called Alibi, kind of pop drum and bass. And I remember Tina Moore and all they're just never gonna let you go because you're I've actually been looking for that track everywhere just to sing it where I do my events now, because just love that kind of vibe. It's amazing. Is that the kind of stuff that you listen to as well? I mean, like when you're having your downtime, do you listen to rock and drum and bass and garage, or do you go all completely off the other end of the scale and get down with Enya?
We have a very eclectic Spotify playlist. We've got everything from Al Green to Talking Heads to Dead Mouse, I remember. All sorts of mixture. So not just, I do like to listen to the soft rock, especially when I'm driving. Love a bit of Red Hot Chili Peppers on Muse. Yeah. It's really good to drive to. When I do,
not good to keep you within the speed limit, darling. It's like you want to push that limit a little bit more.
I know, but so Luke and I live in Worcester Park, so I moved here 3.5 years ago, so it's like an hour and 20-minute run to Essex to visit my family. Okay. So it's a nice journey to put on that playlist and
enough
listen.
Tunes. Yeah
Foo Fighters. Brentwood, so
Okay.
Towie-land, unfortunately.
Okay.
Well, not
I was
unfortunately, but
back in the 90s. My group, we were Essex FM Band of the Year for like 2 years.
wow.
We done everything from Billericay Market to
Oh gosh, yeah, not
Canvey
far.
Islands. It's Canvey Islands, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we done everything, every road show for like 2 years. It was the best time
Oh wow.
and the most amazing. And then I done Hollywoods in Romford. That was the worst time of my life because they put me on at the night. They were doing a jungle night. So all the kids there are heavy into jungle, and then Jaden comes on with "Only Love Will Turn the Key." It was written and produced by like Elliot Kennedy, the Spice Girls.
Oh my god! I think
God.
Hollywood's turned into Time and Envy or Jumping Jacks or something.
Oh really?
So yeah, I remember I used to go out in Romford when I was younger.
That was probably the scariest night of my whole career, where the record company just said, "Do you want to be fucking famous or not?" And I was like, "Why?" Because apparently the kids were like that, just staring at the front of the stage because they wanted jungle, not two boys and two girls with great dancing, open shirt and beads. And then apparently I was just like shrinking and shrinking and shrinking on stage until I think only love will. Just yeah, that was I loved Essex FM road shows. They were absolutely kicking, like they were so cool. But Hollywood's Romford was probably the scariest night of my life. I'll be honest.
Oh God!
But do love a bit of Essex.
Mm-hmm.
Can't beat it. So you live in Worcester Park now, and you live with Luke. Tell me a little bit about Luke's background. We have to get him on the show at some point as well, actually.
We do, yes, yeah. He's at work at the moment. So his background, he went to Brit School. He was one of the first pupils of Brit School when it first set up.
Wow.
And yeah, he's been writing and producing longer than obviously we've been together. He did Fly Away with Jason Walker, which is a fantastic track. Absolutely love it. And everyone absolutely loves it. We've done a couple of, so we did a charity music event. We've done some performances on like at parties and birthdays and stuff, and we always get Jason involved to come and sing that because it always goes down well with the crowd. But yeah, he's one of these really annoying people that can pretty much do everything. He can play the drums, he can sing, he can play the guitar, he plays the keyboard, he can write music. And his ear is just so in tune. And yeah, and his influence for me, I now listen to music in a completely different way.
Yeah.
I've never noticed when you hear it in the car how some sounds come out of one speaker and not the other, and others come out, and the layers of a song and what makes up the bass, what makes up the beat, how the sounds are used.
Oh, what a great relationship! And I hate him already.
Yeah, and he's good looking, which is really annoying. I mean, it's good for me.
Some people get it all. Some people get it all, bastards. So what's going on with you crazy kids now? What's going on are you a solo artist? Do you work primarily on your own as Cat Rodgers, or do you have different projects? So you have a project with Luke. I mean, how does it all fit together?
So I recently have just done a couple of kind of performances, I suppose, into care homes by myself, just doing cover songs. Mm-hmm. So Luke saw a documentary on the TV about how music promotes dementia, memories coming back and stuff. Yeah. So we did like a silent disco into a dementia care home, and I kind of reached out to a few other care homes and just went by myself with my speaker, did some covers, went down really well, which is lovely. But mainly it's pure Filth beats. So we've done a couple of very small local festivals. I say local, Harlow, and in Essex, and then we've just done a few live PAs, one in Leek Street, and people's parties. They love it, so we get to go along to that, and that is all pure Filth beats. It's all pure Filth beats music, original songs written and produced by us.
Wow, amazing. So you're just doing whatever you can musically at the moment. If you get called to do something solo, great. And your
100%. Yeah, I'm
main.
always looking to collaborate with other people. I'm not like tied down to Pure Field Beats. So sometimes there's a couple of songs that I've specifically written myself that aren't necessarily, they're more like pop vibey.
Okay.
Because obviously, I used to, well, I still do secretly. My guilty pleasure is kind of pop music
Top
and
secret now, kiddo.
yeah, no, put my
7
foot
people and a
down.
whippet and a border collie know about it now.
But I have written some of my own stuff that wouldn't go down in a
Yeah.
pure filth way, and I have done a lot more musically myself. I've left my job. I'm now a stay-at-home stepmom and housewife, I suppose. And I'm absolutely loving it. Luke got an opportunity work-wise that he couldn't miss out on, and it's meant, you know, I'm picking up everything at home, but also having that free time to be able to be creative. And I've been doing a load of covers and just, you know, developing my voice and seeing what I can do when no one's here, no one's watching, you know, so there's no pressure or eyes going,
Yeah.
oh no, don't do that.
It's just fun and creation.
Yeah, love it, yeah.
You have a favourite artist at the moment? Someone that you quite, even though might not be your favourite, but someone you just keep going back to listening to, or that you like to sing their songs, or
So I do a lot of Adele and Amy Winehouse. I like them because of how musically they flow,
yeah,
the structure of the songs, and obviously Amy Winehouse was just a phenomenal artist and different to everybody else, and I think
yeah,
that's kind of pushed me to try and experiment and develop my own voice, because I don't like I love a bit karaoke. We have karaoke nights all the time, and it's good to get up and sing cover songs, but I don't want to sound like other people. I want to sound like Cat Rodgers. I want to
yeah,
sound like myself.
absolutely. What's going on for you at the moment then, both as Cat Rodgers and as Pure Filth Beats?
So Pure Filth Beats, we recently, earlier this year, collaborated and brought on a rapper, MC Secrets, and I have suggested that Aaron does an interview with you. He's got
We've
a, you
already
know,
chatted. Yeah, I know he's
fantastic.
got like his commitments with his work, but we're going to sort it out. So
Definitely. He's super talented with the lyrics he writes and the creativity. And it was his idea. What's it going to be? Which is one of our latest tracks that we've just released, which is our take, the Pure Filth take on Vogue. Don't Let Go.
okay,
No samples used from the song. No, there's a snippet of me singing part of the song, but we've kind of really made it our own.
sweet.
And he went, oh, I'd really love to do this. And together, the three of us I think we've created something brilliant. At the moment, we're just writing. We're pulling together. We've got 5 tracks on Spotify, with about another 50 that we start writing, and then we get another idea and we move on to something else.
Right.
Excuse me. But yeah, we just want to continue to write. We're always open for live PAs. We've got a performance next weekend at one of our friends' Christmas parties. The weekend after that, we're having a Christmas supper club, and we'll probably get up and do some performances then. But what I want to do is I want to get to a point. At the moment, our set that we do tends to be about half an hour.
Right.
I want to have a full hour set so that we can go and be part of an event in London and do, rather than just doing a live PA and singing a couple of songs, we've got so many talented we've got so many talented friends who are DJs. You know, get them up and not just sing a song and sing a song and sing a song, have it really mixed in and intertwined in a full-on performance.
Yeah, that sounds bloody amazing. So what are your long-term plans and goals?
So I'd never really taken it seriously. It was fun. And a couple of weeks ago, I was like, I think I could actually really do something, whether that is, I still want to be part of Pure Filth Beats, but I want to be able to collaborate with other people, go off on my own, do my own thing, and I'm building my confidence. I lack so much confidence, and suddenly, like, posting some cover videos and the songs that we've been creating and a couple of performances that we've done, people record it for me, and I always watch it back and I critique myself, and I'm like, God, actually, I'm getting better. I'm seeing changes. I'm getting more confident. I'm in talks with someone at the moment. I can't say too much, but there's a potential collaboration with someone who is in talks with bigger people, let's say. So that's exciting. We've just kind of messed around with me doing some vocals, ad-libbing for him. So watch this space, could potentially do that. But yeah, for me, I don't want to be famous, because I've got too many skeletons in my closet. But I would love to be doing, loads of performances.
Yeah. I think fame is kind of well overrated. I mean, I was starting to get, the opportunity becoming quite big in the 90s, and kind of looking back now, apart from, I would like to be able to, it's difficult to earn money being creative. That's the shit of it. It's one that, it's not everyone can do it. If I'd been a plumber, I'd be a multimillionaire, but I can't plumb, but I can sing and write books. So, but no money comes with that. I don't understand, but I think, especially this day and age of what you kind of read and what you see, it's like, just enjoy what you do. And if you can pay your bills from doing it, even better, right? And then maybe go on a holiday because of it, or travel with it.
Yeah, definitely. I think for me, music, it transports me to another world. It's helped me. I've suffered with mental health. It's helped me with that. Broken relationships, falling so head over heels in love, and do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's been. I think everyone always says, well, if you were on a desert island and you could only take one thing, it would be something to either play music or listen to music on, because
it's a therapist.
Definitely.
So no, I've suffered mental health all my life, and it's and actually, so when it was going really well in the 90s with record labels and stuff, I didn't enjoy it anymore, because no, you need to do this. No, this got to be done. You've got to learn the track on the way to the thing. You've got to sing it with it. And it's like, oh my God, like it was really, it just took away all the magic of it. Whereas now, I'm very lucky enough to, I sing 12 hours a week. So I do kind of like 4 days a week singing, and I get to sing whatever I want, originals and covers. But I can enjoy it now. I don't have to worry about, like someone telling me I've got to wear this or look like this or sound like this. And I used to complain, you don't sound black enough. Well, I ain't black. But you don't sound black enough. Well, that's because I'm not black. And the blackest I could get was that kind of clipped raspiness of like Tony Braxton in one song. And it was still very white for me anyway. But, I got that on one track. Went to meet a producer in Chelsea, really super guy, became my guitarist for a little bit. And, he never met me. He opened the door and went, oh, I thought you'd be a black dude. He went, bruv. He goes, bruv, your voice don't suit your look. I'm like, fucking hell. I've been trying to sound black. So, hence the reason why I started to sing classical, because I was, pierced and tattooed, and no one was singing Phantom of the Opera with eyebrow and tongue kiss at the time. Now, and then when I came to Mexico, I was just a classical crossover artist. And I remember singing like in Cancun, Nessun Dorma. So
wow.
Yeah, it was really cool and I loved it. And halfway through Nessun Dorma, someone literally came up to me, tapped me on the shoulder and go, do you know any Whitney? And I was like, what the So now I have over 1,400 different tracks.
Wow.
From Vera Lynn to Dua Lipa, from probably Tina Turner to Pavarotti, in 6 different languages, and I get to choose what I sing, when I sing, and now I enjoy my music again.
Yeah,
I don't have the regimented, like, to do what you love is amazing. When you have to do what they love, it takes that magic out of it, I found.
So doing your stuff and
the care homes and doing your sneaky little bit of pop, not that anyone's listening, and stuff that really just I'm not going to sing. It also really trains your voice amazingly, because I sing Amy Winehouse, I sing like Valerie and Rehab and stuff like that, but I'm obviously not going to sing that the same as I'm going to sing Pavarotti.
No, exactly.
And I'm not going to sing Dua Lipa the same as I'm going to sing Whitney Houston or or Coldplay or something. You get to learn to kind of really place your, like you said about the placement of your voice, to kind of just start really playing with your voice, that it's a different sounding instrument with everything you do, but you're always Cat Rodgers or Jaden Cornelious.
Yeah, exactly. What I've found is the karaoke songs that I'm like, when we do karaoke or when I just want to practice a song, I don't use the original soundtrack or the karaoke version. I use an acoustic version. And I try and find it, if it's a guitar song, I try and find it in the piano, and it's amazing how different the sound. So there's a recording that I did on Wednesday night of Don't Speak.
Okay, no doubt.
And I haven't posted it yet because I want to perfect it. But I sang it and it's a completely stripped back version, and because I don't sound like Gwen Stefani, and I'm not trying to, it just sounds like a completely different song, and it's incredible what you can do by just thinking outside the box a little bit. I'd like to do so. After my dad died, I opted to I put in a ballot place for the London Marathon, and I got a ballot place, so I didn't have to raise any money, but I decided to do a charity music event called Music to Mend Hearts. Okay. My dad died of cardiac arrest and had heart conditions, and I was working at Ford Motor Company, and one of the guys I worked with had a band, and they didn't have a singer, and so they were my band, and we did a mixture of rock and pop, but we did a mashup that Bruno Mars did, and it smells like Teen Spirit, but singing Billie Jean.
Wow, cool.
That then mashes into Seven Nation Army.
Wow.
It's wicked, and I want to do more of that. I want to play with songs. I want to. One of the supper clubs that we did, I put on the Nirvana track, and everyone was like, yeah, dun 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 dun, and then I was like, she was more like a beauty queen, and everyone was like, what? And it was like, yeah, come on, guys, let's have fun.
You're getting all glee on yourself now.
Yeah, I know.
Why not? It's perfect. No, it's really, really cool. Well, I wish you the best of luck for the future, and I can't wait. And I think maybe 2026. If you're not too busy, maybe we should do something.
Definitely. We
should do a little collaboration across the 12,000 kilometers. That would be
definitely. Luke's brother lives in America, and they're constantly talking about music, and he's got the same music software that we have, and we're talking about doing a collaboration. So there's nothing, no miles apart can stop
absolutely.
you. You've got video calls, you've got everything. So
that would be really cool. Now we'll do something for YouTube. That would be bloody wonderful. And
amazing.
I do need to set up my studio, so we'll talk about that offline in the new year. Absolutely,
definitely happy to help as much as we can.
That would be super cool. Where can people find you?
So I have we have a Pure Filth Beats Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I've got personal Facebooks, and I've also got my cover Cat on the Mic on Instagram. So all the links will be across to you.
Fantastic. Kids at home, they're going to be running across the bottom of this interview, and they're going to be on the title page of this episode. You can also find Cat and Luke stuff on Spotify as well, so please make sure.
Yes, sorry, I forgot about Spotify.
Yeah, well, you mentioned it earlier, that's why I clocked it. So please make sure you are following them and putting their songs on your playlist as well. I found it really interesting because I'm in my 50s, but I'm still a 13-year-old girl, which is really, really difficult for me to comprehend sometimes, and other people, funnily enough. However, I was trying to explain to a friend of mine here in Mexico who doesn't speak English about my playlist, because I'm like 70s, 80s, 90s was when I was becoming famous, and that was my best music. I loved All Saints and Alibi and Britney and Backstreet. I was pure pop boy, and I loved all that. But then I listened to stuff from the 70s and 80s because I'm, ABBA and all that kind of stuff. I've always been pure pop to the disgust of my brother, really. Mm-hmm. But then I've got stuff going back from what my mum and dad used to listen to, you know, and then what my gran used to listen to. So, you know, down to like Vera Lynn and Edith Piaf. So some of my playlists, they've got like 8 decades worth of music. It's going from like, I can have Vera Lynn and there'll be Bluebirds Over the White Cliffs of Bleeding Dover, and then Dua Lipa is singing a ballad, or Olivia Rodrigo. Is that her name? Yeah, Olivia Rodriguez. I can't remember now. But she sings Driving License, which I now started singing. I love it. So, yeah, so I've got like almost 80 years worth of music on my playlist. It's just magical, mate.
I know.
One of the only joys of growing older, rigor mortis sets in when you do a 4-hour drive, but you've got shitloads of good music on your playlist. So
I know. Exactly. And you can't get kicked out of your own car for singing. That's why I always get a drive everywhere rather than getting trains.
Absolutely, yeah, because it is different, especially when you're an artist, you know. It's funny, I've had some severe confidence issues all my life, so I know how you roll about, you know, not being but when you're kind of plugged in, like I was, you know, like the big orange headphone, the kind of things that you used to have back in the day, and I couldn't sing in front of anyone, but I would be singing, and there's you out of the blue, love up here. Like there'd be Gibson all through Hounslow High Street. I mean, I weren't aware people could hear me, even though they could hear me. But I wasn't shy of doing that because I was in my musical world here. But then put me on a stage and asked me to sing something, and I would have bleeding died of death, mate. I would have fainted and wet myself. I mean, we're funny creations, us creatives.
I know.
But thank God for us, because it would be bloody boring without us, quite frankly.
Exactly. So, and what I like about the kind of songs that we write is when I was growing up writing in my teens, because I did GCSE and A-level music, and so I was using music programs. I was using Cubase and stuff like that. But I was writing like kind of real Ed Sheeran-y, like, and Lewis Capaldi type songs like Heartbreak and I Can't Live Without You and all this kind of stuff. Now our songs have multi-meaning, so it could be loss, but loss of a job, a friend, whatever, you know. And I started writing some lyrics the other night about not just it being like really negative, but about like the world. And I've never really been into politics or I don't watch the news and stuff like that. But it's just been something different's come out of me. So watch this space. You might see some new stuff. But yeah, I don't like just being siloed into this is your sound, this is what you write, and that's what you have to write, and it always has to be about this kind of topic. I like the fact that it's multi meanings and different genres and different sounds. More
free. I remember like quite a few of. I pretty much started these interviews back in COVID, so I've done like 4 years now, and it's been quite interesting. Most of the artists started during or just after COVID because they had time to concentrate on something that wasn't 9 to 5 routine, you know, so they were allowed to touch base with their creativity. And a common theme that's come from most of the interviews is like, you know, back in the day, you're a pop R&B group, so you can't put a fucking harmonica in that shit. Or a violin. I mean, maybe you can get away with a saxophone at the time, like a Kenny G kind of vibe. But you know, you have to stay on your pigeonhole and in your pigeonhole, and that is it. Like you cannot veer. And then since COVID, where everything has gone to shit. I mean, really, everything. The world's gone to shit. You're now pretty much. I think as an artist now, we're so much more liberated. Like I will always. Jaden Cornelious is my brand. It's my project, it's me, right? But like I said, I can sing Levitating by Dua Lipa, and I can sing Rotti, and I'm not taken away from anything that I am musically. In fact, to me, I'm not pigeonholing. I'm now opening my not only my genre, my kind of. It's taught me so much. Like I, you know, just said a minute ago. Like I'm not going to go. I don't know. Now my brain's gone bloody blank. But you know, one more day. And now we're going to let you go. I'm not going to sing it like I was singing. So now it's kind of really taught me having that freedom of doing what the hell I like, because we can now as artists, you know, we can be way more open and less kind of strategically placed into that little pop bracket or rock bracket, or, you know, it's so freeing for us now. A friend of mine was a tenor in like Canadian tenors, really famous, phenomenal voice. And he was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to go to Abbey Road Studio and I'm going to go with a Royal Philharmonic Orchestra and I'm going to sing ABBA's Winner Takes It All. I was like, oh man, do it, love this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that freedom in music now, even though COVID was and continues to be a super shit situation, it's really opened up our pigeonholes now. Like we can be a lot freer to do what we want, which is super cool.
Yeah.
So I look forward to the new stuff coming from Cat Rodgers and Pure Filth Beats.
Yeah, and I look forward to collaborating with you in
Let's make a plan.
2026.
I'm happy with garage. I'm happy with pop. I'm not very good, just because of my voice, I'm not good at rock because I've sung Nothing Else Matters by Metallica, but I sound more like Cliff Richard singing Nothing Else Matters by Metallica.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to do anything, frankly. So we'll sort out. People at home, please make sure you go and follow Cat and Pure Filth Beats on all, not just one, all of their social media platforms.
All of them.
All of them. She said it right. Go and check out Spotify as well. Start adding their songs to your playlists. Keep an eye out for Kat and I doing a collaboration in 2026. That would be super good fun. And please make sure you share, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe to this channel so you get to meet lots of wonderful people like Cat Rodgers. Kat, thank you so much for being a super special guest.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a
pleasure. We are in touch and I'm looking forward to when your EPs and stuff come out in the future and we can do another update show. That would be wonderful.
Amazing. Brilliant.
Right, kiddo. You have a lovely, lovely new week and we'll see you soon.
Okay, you take care.
Bye, darling. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
How super cool is she? Please make sure that you go and follow Kat and her partner Luke and their project Pure Filth Beats on their social media platforms. And like I said before, you can go and check them out on Spotify as well. Thank you, Kat, for being such a wonderful guest. Thank you, lovely people at home, for being just so welcoming to all these new people that I'm sharing with you. It's absolutely wonderful. Please make sure you've subscribed. Comment. Did I mention subscribe? Please subscribe. Please share. Please like. And I'm going to leave you with a little bit more music from the guys. It is called What's It Gonna Be? Oh no, that's the quick night. That's the name of the song. And I will see you with someone incredibly wonderful again next Sunday on the Jaden Show. See you later. Bye-bye.
I'm the only fan that she lets up in the show. Grabbing hold like Wayne and one the way I'm never letting go. Origami, the way that I make her body fold. Plays a part like she's been practicing all of her roles. She knows I keep her warm if she's ever feeling cold. Listen.
Love making, heartbreaking, soul shaking, love. Love making, heartbreaking, soul shaking. There'll be some love making.